What's good, everybody? It is Ace here, back with another props video for you guys. Last time I dropped a video was 2 days ago, and we had D'Angelo Russell over 19.5 points, and that cashed easily. The write-up was beautiful for that one. We also had Simons under 3.5 threes, and that one hooked with 30 seconds left. It was super tough. We should have swept, but it is what it is. The Discord, we had a better record in the Discord. We went 3-1. I told you guys on the video that I did have a prop already out, but it was bumped at the time that I recorded my YouTube video, and that was Brogdon over 5.5 assists, and he cashed. He had like 7 assists or 8. So we did go 3-1 the last time I dropped the video. Yeah, we went 3-1. Anthony Simons hooked with 30 seconds left. That was so tough, but it's gambling. It happens. Yesterday I had a test, so I only dropped one prop in the Discord. I didn't make a YouTube video, but I got a few props for you guys today. So let's get into those props. The first prop is going to be, I already had a prop as well that I liked, but it's already been taken off the board. So remember, guys, the Discord gets all my plays on time, right as I find them, before they're bumped, before they're taken off the board. We have props every single day are bumped and taken off the board because I post a lot of plus EV plays and then a lot of plays that become community plays. So remember, guys, the Discord link is in the description of the video. So go ahead, join that link, hit that link, join the Discord, and then DM me on Discord. 25 bucks for the starter membership, $35 a month for the pro membership, which is basically the starter membership, but just has Rocket League props as well, and then one-time $250 purchase for lifetime, which has all my props, all my Rocket League props, all my Rocket League World Championship props, and then access to the optimizer. I pay for the plus EV daily grind fantasy optimizer, which I pay 60 bucks a month for, so you guys get all the slips that I post from there, which is up like 13 units in the past week, the optimizer itself. So that's been very good for the lifetime folks. But yeah, let's get into the props. So the first prop is going to be Sabonis over 20.5 points. So this is a road game for the Kings, and he's actually averaging more points per game on the road this season. He's averaging 2 more points per game on the road than he is at home. So he's been better on the road. He's cleared this line in 60% of road games this season, so that's very good. He also, if we go ahead and look up his shot chart, if we look up Sabonis shot chart in his last 10 games, he basically only shoots from the restricted area. Like, he rarely shoots from the above the break 3 in the paint. He's only shooting the restricted area, shooting 71.3% from the restricted area, which is 11.5% higher than league average. So that's absolutely amazing. He just lives in the restricted area, and he's just been very good down there. And the Warriors are allowing the highest field goal percentage against restricted area shots in their last 10 games. So this is literally the best matchup possible for Sabonis. Very good matchup. Also, if I check with shots less than 10 feet specifically, the Warriors are allowing the 3rd highest field goal percentage against shots that are 10 feet and under. So Sabonis lives down there in the paint, the restricted area. So this is just the best matchup he could possibly get. Also, in the Warriors' last 5 games, they're allowing the 10th most free throws attempted per game. That's with Draymond back. So Sabonis should see some pretty good free throw volume here, which he should get a score off that as well. He's been seeing like 5 free throw attempts per game this season, so maybe he can get like 3 to 4 free throws. Also, in his only road game against the Warriors this season, he did clear with 23 points. So his only road game against the Warriors this season, he cleared. He scores a bit more on the road. So that's very good as well. Also, an interesting tidbit that I found. This is very interesting. So his teammate Sasha Vezenkov is out for this game. A lot of y'all might not know who that is. He's the backup power forward for the Kings. Sasha is out for this game with a sprained ankle. And if we look specifically at games without Sasha, Sabonis has actually gone over in 6 straight games this season without Sasha. So Sasha being out is very good for Sabonis. He's averaging 23 points per game this season without Sasha. And Sasha Vezenkov, he's actually seen an increased role as of late. So he's averaging 23% usage per game in his last 5 games, which is actually pretty high considering he's a backup power forward. So that's pretty good usage. That's completely gone. He's out for this game. So the Kings should have to lean on Sabonis a bit more with Vezenkov's injury. And also, I checked Sabonis's game logs without Vezenkov, like with his usage, and he's averaging 28.4% usage per game in his last 5 games without Vezenkov. So he should see a big usage boost in this game. Great matchup, literally the best matchup you could possibly get for Sabonis. The game only has a 2.5 point spread with a 241 point total over under. So this should be a very, very competitive game according to Vegas. Sabonis should see full like 36 plus minutes if he doesn't get in foul trouble. So I'm liking that prop. This is a good prop. Also, I have another PrizePicks prop for you guys. That's going to be, if it lets me type, Tyrese Maxiell under 7.5 assists. So this one has a pretty long write-up. So stay tuned with me here. Just listen. So Anthony Melton is out for this game and Embiid is in for this game. So when those players are in and out, Maxiell is averaging 7.6 assists per game. So that's very, very close to that 8 line. Remember, we need 7 and under. That's very close to that 8 line. He's gone over this line in his last 4 out of 7 with Melton out and Embiid in. So not the best hit rate ever, but he's only averaging 7.3 assists per game in that span. And Maxey has seen very, very low potential assist numbers in his last 5 games. So in Maxey's last 5 games, which have all been with Embiid and without Melton, both of those variables remain the same today. He's averaged 7.4 assists per game in that span in his last 5 games, but he's only averaged 10.2 potential assists per game. So that conversion rate is 72.5%. So for every potential assist, 72.5% of the time, Maxey's converting that into actual assists, which is absolutely insane. If you guys know anything about potential assists, the elite guys like Halliburton, and who else is elite at getting assists, like Luka, Halliburton, they all typically see 55 to 60% conversion rate. So the fact that Maxey's seeing 72.5% conversion rate in his last 5 games is just unsustainable. That is absolutely insane. And a large factor into why that conversion rate is so high is because Embiid has just been playing insane as of late, just absolutely insane, and Maxey gets a majority of assists to Joel Embiid, so that's why his conversion rate is so high. But there's a caveat in this. So the Pacers are a terrible matchup against Embiid, but they are a good matchup against assists. So let's talk about why that is. So I've said so like 17 times. Maxey gets a good amount of assists from pick and roll with Embiid. Obviously, Embiid is Maxey's biggest assist target, so that makes sense, right? He's running a lot of pick and roll with Embiid, and he's just getting a ton of assists off of that. So if I find the tab that shows the matchup, if I could find it. If not, I have it on my second monitor. Should be right here. So pick and roll to the roll man. Embiid is the roll man because he's the one setting the screen, right? And if we go to defensive, the Pacers are allowing the ninth least points to the pick and roll man, which would be Embiid. So Embiid gets a ton of Maxey's assists, and the Pacers are allowing the 9th least points to the pick and roll man out of every single team in the league this season. So it's going to be a tough matchup for Maxey to get his assists from that pick and roll, which has been oh so good for Maxey getting his assists with Embiid. So I'm liking that matchup for that under. But the thing is, Embiid has an insane matchup just in general against the Pacers. Let me tell you why. So I've said so many times. It's like my crutch, I guess. So if we look at players in ISO, specifically ISO basketball, Joel Embiid is averaging the 2nd most ISO points per game this season out of every single player in the league. And if we look at the matchup against the Pacers, we go ahead and look at the defensive matchup, the Pacers are allowing the most ISO points per game out of every single team in the league, and Embiid is averaging the 2nd most ISO points per game out of any player in the league. So this is going to be, or at least this should be, a ton of ISO ball for Embiid, because that just makes sense, right? The matchup is there. It just makes sense. Embiid should be playing a ton of ISO ball today, and that's not gonna result in Maxey assists, obviously, because it's an ISO. So this matchup is suited perfectly for Embiid, and it's also suited very, very well for Maxey not getting assists, because Pacers are really good at stopping that pick and roll man, but they're terrible against ISO. So Embiid should run a ton of ISO today. Nick Nurse, he should be running a ton of ISO for Embiid. Also, Maxey has played the Pacers twice this season. So we'll go ahead and look at those logs. He's gone under in both games against the Pacers this season, only getting 5 assists. Melton did play in those games though, so that hit rate really doesn't matter, because he does average more assists without Melton, and Melton did play in both of those games. So I would take that with a grain of salt. Also, the Pacers, just in general, whether it's pick and roll or not, are a tough matchup. They're allowing the 4th least assists per game to point guards in the last 30 days. And then in the last 15 days, you know, with Siakam joining the team and Halliburton being injured, they are allowing the 2nd least assists per game to point guards. So that is a very, very tough matchup, one of the toughest in the league. So that's very, very good. In Maxey's last 5 games also, he's only seen 25% usage. You'd think it'd be way more with Melton out, but Embiid has just seen 43.5% usage, which is absolutely insane. Maxey has not seen a ton of usage, only 25%. And if we look at point guards with 25 plus usage, which Maxey's only seen 25 as a cap. So this is being generous and saying 25 as a minimum, which actually it's been 25 as a cap, or as an average for Maxey. If we look at point guards with 25 plus usage and 30 plus minutes game logs against the Pacers, out of the last 18 point guards with 25 plus usage and 30 plus minutes, only 2 of those 18 point guards had 8 plus assists. It was Jamal Murray, who had he had 32% usage, which is very unlikely for Maxey, and then John Morant had 26% usage. Both of those guys only had exactly 8 assists. So point guards are really not peaking in the assist department against the Pacers. Out of the last 18 point guards with 25 plus usage in 30 plus minutes, only 2 of them actually went over this line, and it was a hook. So this is a very, very high line for Tyrese Maxiell, and this prop is currently minus 168 on the under on Pinnacle, which is the sharpest sportsbook out of all the sportsbook. Minus 168. That's absolutely insane. Very, very good value. This should be bumped down by the time the game starts to 7. So I'm liking the value on both of those plays. And then for my last play, it is going to be a chalkboard alt line for you guys. It is Derek White over 1.5 threes. So his 2.5 threes is plus 105 on the over right now on sportsbook. So it is currently not on PrizePicks and Underdog. So we're able to make this an alt line. So if we look at Derek White road games with 25 plus minutes, this game currently has a 6.5 point spread. So he should be seeing 25 plus minutes. It shouldn't be a complete blowout according to Vegas, but we'll see about that. In his road games with 25 plus minutes this season, he's gone over this alt line in 82% of games, averaging 3.1 threes per game. So that is very, very good. He only needs 2 threes. He's averaging 3 threes, so that's great. In Derek White's last 5 games, if we look at Derek White's last 5 games, he's averaging 7 catch and shoot 3-pointers attempted per game, shooting 39% from those catch and shoot 3-pointers. So remember, volume is key, guys. He's getting a ton of volume from catch and shoot 3s, and the matchup specifically against the Heat is pretty advantageous, as the Heat are allowing, if we go ahead and look at catch and shoot in their last 5 games, the Heat are allowing the 11th highest 3-point percentage against catch and shoot 3s in their last 5 games, and Derek White's seeing 7 catch and shoot 3-pointers attempted per game in his last 5 games. So he's seeing a ton of volume there. It's not the most advantageous matchup, but a pretty advantageous matchup nonetheless. So Derek White should get some great looks in this matchup. Also, Rozier has been traded to this team. He's garbage at defending. And they did play Josh Richardson. They did give him a little bit of extended minutes with Rozier just joining the team, and it is a back-to-back. So Richardson should see 15 plus minutes ish. Richardson is allowing the highest 3-point percentage against above the break 3s on the whole Heat roster in the last 10 games. So he should be guarding Derek White. They're both shooting guards. So anytime that Richardson's on the court, White should be able to get some great looks. And also Rozier, when he plays himself, he's not a good defender either. So there's that. And also, weird stat, but I don't really care about last season's stats. I know some people do, but White has gone over this line in 12 straight games versus the Heat. He's gotten 2+ threes in 12 straight games versus the Heat. I don't care at all about last season, so yeah, I don't care about that, but some people might care about that. So yeah, that's 3 props for you guys. On PrizePicks, it is Sabonis over 20.5 points and Tyrese Maxiell under 7.5 assists. And then on Chalkboard, it is Derek White alt line over 1.5 threes. I'm liking those 3 props today. So remember, guys, if you want all my props, we already have had a prop that's already off the board. It's going to be bumped a ton, probably bumped by like 2 points by the time the game starts. So if you guys want all that value, you know, the CMC free score is out right now on PrizePicks. If you guys want payers for that, good plays, all my plays every single day. I only post like 2 or 3 plays on YouTube, and on a good day, on a good board, I usually post like 6+ props. So if you want all my props, every single prop that I post, join the Discord. Link is in the description of the video. Make sure you lock in with one of these memberships. Every single person has profited. I've been doing Discord since the end of July, so the beginning of August. So that's August, September, October, November, December, January. That's 6 months. Every single month has been profit. Every person has profited in the last 6 months. We're bound to have a bad month. January hasn't been the best month at all, but we still have profited this month, so that's all that matters. It's all a long-term game, you know, managing your bankroll correctly, not nuking stuff, not being stupid, not doing get back slips just because you lost, not rage nuking, none of that. You know, I preach good bankroll management in the Discord. That's why a ton of people have been able to profit over time. You know, it's all about managing your bankroll. You know, I never go higher than 1 unit on plays. Usually I never go 2 units or anything high like that. Just managing your bankroll, being smart, playing the long-term game. It's not a, you know, gambling isn't a quick cash grab and dip out. You know what I mean? It's a long-term profit game. If you stay the course, you know, join the Discord, get all my plays. Everybody's profited over their month membership. So that's all I gotta say. You know, being smart. But yeah, that's all for today, guys. If you guys are tailing, leave a like, leave a comment down below what you are tailing. Other than that, good luck on your bets today, boys. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Deuces.